What's up, guys? Welcome to the Wrestling World Podcast. I'm your host, AJ, and I want to welcome you. If you're just now coming in, well, I'm new here, so you guys don't know who I am, or maybe you do from YouTube or Spotify or Apple Podcasts, whatever. But this is the Wrestling World Podcast, your home for pro wrestling, whether it's WWE, AEW, TNA, Ring of Honor, whatever. I'm your guy. Want to give a big thank you and huge shout out to Anti-Social Network ASN for bringing me on and welcoming me into this great family of creators. And I'm excited to be a part of this. This is something that I've been waiting for a while to join on to a huge network here. So I'm definitely excited for this, and I hope you guys are too, as hoping that we could bring in a new audience. So today I just kind of want to tell you what my channel is about. See, started this channel, well, podcast, I should say, about 5 years ago. And it was through an app called Spotify for podcasters. And so I basically just worked and worked and worked until I could do something meaningful. Being a podcaster, you don't really know where it's going to go. And so I honestly, starting this was just a hobby. Did I expect it to be what it is today? No. So, starting my podcast, now, mind you, I didn't have any equipment, I didn't have nothing, and I still don't. I do everything by phone, which many of you could say it's cheap, whatever, but it is what it is. Started everything by phone, and met a lot of great people along the way, like including Rob Wilds and Chris Ward, who are part of the ASN network. You guys know them real well. Those guys were the first people that I've interviewed for my channel. And so that means so much to me. So thank you, Rob and Chris, for doing that. Um, and then I went on to meet several others. I spoke with Marty Jannetty once. Sergeant Slaughter even shared my channel. Warren Marlowe, he has another channel. Um, just so many different people, so many different fans, and I got to share my opinions on pro wrestling because for me that's what this was all about. I wanted to give you my insight and my point of view of pro wrestling. And so I did that for about 4 years. And then last year I finally switched over to YouTube. I thought, you know what, the hell with it. We're going to do something different. I want to try to reach a new audience and see what I can do. So here I am, 2,000 subscribers in, and I've been able to grow an even bigger audience now. And I'm hoping with this network, I can do that same thing, grow that audience and do something special. So I hope you guys will join this ride, and it's going to be fun. I'm really excited about this. Excited to meet some new people here. Excited to see what we can do, to see if we succeed or if we fail. So I'm excited, man, and talk about wrestling and to do what I enjoy and meet some new people along the way. We may agree, we may not agree, but that's pro wrestling, and this is the Wrestling World Podcast where we don't always have to agree, but again, that's wrestling. So we got SummerSlam this weekend, guys. Saturday and Sunday. I'm excited for it, especially those two main events. But before we get into SummerSlam, I just want to say rest in peace to Hulk Hogan, Terry Bolla, who passed away. Rest in peace, Hawks. We love you. If you guys want to check out my video on that, I posted a video to my YouTube channel. Uh, Once again, type in the Wrestling World Podcast and you'll see that video come up. You can also follow me on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well. But let's talk about SummerSlam, guys. SummerSlam, we got Gunther versus Punk. We got Cena versus Rhodes. Two matches I'm excited for. The other matches, whatever. Not don't really care about the Jelly Roll match. Don't really care about a lot of matches. I mean, there's a so much on the card, but two matches I'm excited for the most, and for very good reason, is Punk and Gunther versus and Cena and Rhodes. I think those matches are going to be the matches that stand out because the outcomes many people think are predictable, but maybe not. Maybe they're not going to be predictable. Maybe there's some big surprises. Take for instance, Gunther versus Punk. Many people, many people think this might be a clean finish, but I said this on my channel. Do you think Seth Rollins is actually injured? Do you think it's a work, or could it be a shoot? Now, there's very good reasons why this could be a work and why WWE is trying to pull the wool over our eyes and make us believe that Seth Rollins is actually injured. And now here we are, Gunther versus Punk. And while Gunther may defeat Punk, or Punk may defeat Gunther, who knows? The ending is really what I'm concerned about. Because what if it's what if Punk versus Gunther? What if that's not the ending? Okay, say Gunther beats Punk, but then Seth Rollins music hits. This wouldn't be the first time this has happened, guys. This wouldn't be the first time that Seth Rollins has got himself involved in a match. Take a look at WrestleMania, Roman versus Brock, and what they called the ultimate heist. That's what I mean. It wouldn't be the first time. That's what I mean when I say, what if Gunther versus Punk? Say whoever wins that match. What if that's not the end? What if we hear Seth's music hit? You know, what if he cashes in during the match? Or what if he is actually injured? He doesn't show up at all. So many things that could play off into this match. That's why I don't really care about the winner because I feel like there's more to the story. But who knows? I honestly don't know. And that's what I'm most excited for. Yes, Punk versus Gunther is going to be a hell of a match. I think Gunther is on top right now. I think he's doing great. Yes, I want CM Punk to win, but I really don't think it matters, guys. I don't think it matters because there's so much more to this that people don't even realize. So while people think they can predict the outcome, I don't think they can. Not in a Paul Levesque era. Maybe in a Vince McMahon era. I don't know if I'm allowed to say his name on here, but we're gonna do it anyway. Maybe in a Vince era, but not a Paul Levesque era. No way. WWE recently has done some crazy things in the last several months. And to predict outcomes in WWE anymore is insane because it's nearly impossible to predict what they're gonna do next. If I had to give it to anybody, I want to say CM Punk. Well, no, I'm gonna say Gunther because I feel like, okay, yeah, Gunther's gonna beat Punk. Seth's music's gonna hit, but I don't know. Maybe Seth is actually injured, and we're not gonna see no spectacular ending. But I feel like there's more to this. I feel like there's so much more to this, and we're just not seeing it. Because mind you, Seth got that briefcase, guys. He got the briefcase. If Seth was actually injured, don't you think WWE would take that briefcase from Seth? They said that Seth has a year to cash in, but I don't know. Something tells me he's just not actually injured. But you could be the judge and let me know what you think. Because honestly, I don't know what to expect right now. I don't know how to feel about it. I'm a big fan of Seth, but you know, not too crazy about him being champion again, though. I'll be honest. I'm not crazy about it, but it is what it is. I think that Seth, I think his last run, I think it didn't go so great. And I'm a big fan of Gunther. I don't think that the title should be taken off of Gunther so soon. And I'm saying this while I'm a huge CM Punk fan, all right? I'm a big Punk fan, but I don't think the title should be taken off of Gunther. I don't even think Jey Uso should have beaten Gunther. And while the crowd is hot on Jey Uso because he has a catchphrase and entrance, I didn't think Uso should have beat Gunther at all, especially the way he did. And then for him to have the title for what, 3, 4 months, maybe not even that, less than that, I don't know. But Gunther deserves a long, decent reign. And now I'm hearing too that the rumored plan for Cena's retirement match is also Gunther, so that makes you wonder what is actually going to happen. But if I'm booking Gunther right now, guys, if I'm booking Gunther to face Punk, I would have Gunther go over Punk and steamroll everybody in the roster right now. Because realistically, when you look at a guy like Gunther and the run he had with the Intercontinental Championship, that's the way. Excuse me, that's the way he should be booked with the championship he has now. This guy could go over as one of the greatest of all time, one of the most unstoppable champions they have. I don't see him surpassing Roman Reigns holding the title for 4 years, but I do see him holding the championship, or should be holding the championship for at least a year. Now, with Seth's briefcase, that's probably not going to happen. But I'm just saying the way I would book Gunther. Book him like he had, like they did when he had the Intercontinental Championship. Best way to do it. But you know, um, I don't know. I don't know what they'll do. So, I'm not the one booking this, man. If it were me, I would take title. I would take the briefcase off of Seth and put it on somebody like LA Knight. That is, if he's actually injured. If he's not, though, then WWE is pulling the wool over our eyes and they're waiting for a big surprise at SummerSlam. But who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? That's why I think SummerSlam this year is going to be big. And not just for that match, but the next match we're about to talk about as well. Cena versus Cody. Now, a lot of people think Cody could turn heel and that Cena could go back to being a babyface. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Cena's going to win, and that'll be it. But I really feel like that's it. Cena's just going to win. We could see a heel turn with Cody, but in all honesty, Cody is a great babyface right now. And it is hard for me to see WWE taking that from Cody right now. A lot of rumors of a double turn, a lot of rumors saying that Cody could turn on Cena, turn heel. It could be a double turn. Have Cody turn heel at SummerSlam, have Cena go back to being a babyface. I don't know how they pull that off, but that's just a rumor, a crazy conspiracy theory that I don't know. Maybe these dirt sheets have cooked up or made up in their own minds. I don't know, but I do see Cena's heel run lasting for a little bit longer before he actually turns babyface. Because in my opinion, Cena isn't going to remain a babyface for much longer. He is going to be a heel for at least a little while longer, and then go back to being a babyface. I don't see Cena retiring as a heel. This guy has been on top of the company for so many years as a beloved babyface. So you can't have a guy like that just be a heel. You got to have him go back to being that beloved babyface that we all know. Um, Now, as for the rumored Gunther match between him and Cena, I don't know if that's true. That's not confirmed. We'll just have to wait until WrestleMania to find that out, but that's too early to call. So excuse me. So I don't know, but I'm very excited for these outcomes because I don't think because I well I don't think it's going to be a bad show. I don't think we're going to have a double turn like most people think. I could be wrong, guys. I could be wrong, which is very rare, but it happens. Like I said, we're watching wrestling and we live in an era. We live in the Paul Levesque era where nothing is predictable anymore. We're in the Vince era, we can predict everything before it happens. I don't know, but we'll see. And so I am pretty excited for this show and what's in store. But I do think this has the potential to be one of the best SummerSlams yet. And not because of the match card, but because of what could potentially happen. Yeah, don't let the dirt sheets fool you guys. Don't let the dirt sheets ruin it for you. Um, just enjoy wrestling, man. Don't read too much into this on what could possibly happen or you know what's rumored to happen. Because a lot of times they're wrong and they don't even know nothing. And that's the one thing about dirt sheets nowadays is that they get everybody's hopes up just to lie and clickbait. Sportskeeda is one of the worst. I like Sean Ross Sapp. I think he's credible. But again, if I'm watching wrestling, I don't want to hear spoilers. I don't want to hear things that could potentially happen. I just want to enjoy wrestling. That's why I don't confirm anything on my channel unless it's actual news. And so, you know, we live in a world where we hear more rumors than actual confirmed news. And even the confirmed news we can't even go by anymore in wrestling, at least in my experience. So that's at least, you know, whatever. Depends on what you're watching, I guess, right? Now, I will tell you this, guys. I'm not an AEW fan. I don't watch AEW, so I really don't cover AEW unless it's like big news or whatever. But you'll mostly see me covering WWE, TNA, or something else in the wrestling business because I don't watch AEW. And if you're a fan of AEW, that's fine. If you're a cup of tea, that's great. But I am not. And so if you guys want to come on here and talk some AEW, feel free and we'll talk. But I am not an AEW fan. And this is coming from a guy that used to praise AEW. This is coming from a guy that used to enjoy watching AEW when it first came out. And I used to think, man, this could be like the new Attitude Era or the new WCW, or this could be something big. But no, it's to me AEW it isn't wrestling. It's garbage. And so I don't cover AEW. I'm sorry if you're an AEW fan. I may have hurt your feelings, but oh well. Like I said, come on here, let's debate, let's talk about AEW. Let's do something fun. Give me your reason why you watch AEW. Tell me your favorite wrestler and why. Rob Wild. That's the honest truth, man. I'm not an AEW fan. Tony Khan, one of the worst bookers ever. If he's even booking this garbage, man, like I'm not even. I don't know. It's just to me, it's an insult to wrestling. It's where old time wrestlers go to die. I don't even know, man. It's a terrible product, and it's coming from somebody that used to praise AEW in the beginning, guys. But then, like even the fans, even the people that have watched AEW and still do, even say the product is miserable. There's wrestling, but there's no stories. This is a company that depends on high spots instead of quality wrestling and storylines. But it's what it is, man. And I'm just giving you guys a fair warning. I do not watch AEW, but it is what it is. And for that, guys, this is just a quick intro. We will get into more probably next week or soon. Got some things to do, so just wanted to let you guys know what my channel is all about. And I will see you guys soon. So have a blessed day, and we'll talk again. Good night.